tell you about the Indy Pack from what people didn't see online. It was an incredible race. It was the race to do. You can't replicate it. Even if it runs next year, you won't have that same race twice. It was the perfect lineup. It was the perfect course. An unfortunate ending, of course, but it was amazing. And now that the dust has kind of settled, all the good stuff's starting to come out. I mean, the good stuff has always been there. It's just hard to see that stuff when things don't always end so well. It was, for me, it was my chance to kind of put a year's worth of riding to the test, and I did, and I wish things had ended a bit differently there as well. It was kind of bittersweet in that sense, but no, it was a brilliant race.
You finished the course?
I did finish the course eventually. I obviously stopped out of Minnaby. Oh, I got it right this time. When the race was cancelled, there was no way I was going to continue riding at that time. I think I was more concerned about other people than I was about myself. But as soon as I got home, I knew I had to go back and finish the course, which I did a couple of weeks later on the Easter weekend. And I think the 3 days over the Easter weekend were harder than the race, because I'd already started recovering and I was already exhausted mentally and all the rest of it. But it was a bit of closure. It wasn't happy closure. It's hard to explain, because so many people finished the course and there was so much elation for many riders about finishing the whole route, where for me, I was quite sad at the end. And you've got all these people at the Opera House at the end all cheering you on and whatnot. And I remember coming over the Sydney Harbour Bridge just prior, and that was where I kind of lost it a little bit, teared up a bit, and it was kind of like the end of the race, but it kind of magnified, what happened and all the rest of it. And obviously, because Jesse was there finishing the leg for Mike, it had a very different purpose for him as well, and he kind of hung back at the end, which I don't think many people realise. He didn't roll in with me for a reason. But glad that I did finish it, because I don't think I would have slept very well with unfinished business.
How do you think Jesse's going now?
He's getting there. Yeah. Jesse's a trooper. He's too hard on himself. He's also aware of the impact this race has had on a lot of people. He might not show that all the time, but he does read the emails and he reads the messages, and he does draw from the good stuff. And it's plugging away at the moment now with Race to the Rock, or even thinking about Indy Pack next year, signifies that he's onto something. Like, he gets something out of this. But no, he's doing okay.
Any last words? Is he going to run again next year?
Oh, the burning question. I think it has to, because we've had about 400 people say that they want to enter, and another 100 saying, have I missed out already? I think it will. All going well. Like, there's still stuff that needs to be sorted in the background. But yeah, definitely, it'd be great to see it run again. It has to run again. So whether I'd race it again is probably a bigger question. But yeah, no, I think it'll definitely race again. Yeah.
Cool. Any last words?
We did that already.
Any last words?
Never. I never have last words.
Cool. Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.